Hello everyone. Let's look at today's daily Leetcode problem. 3354 make array elements equal to 0. Before starting this problem, we shall have a small motivational quote. In a world flooded with AI generated content and solutions, the ability to think critically, to question, analyze, synthesize, evaluate, and ethically frame becomes the ultimate differentiator. It is the skill that allows us to command technology rather than be commanded by it. That's not just golden, it is essential for thriving and conscious humanity, right? We as humans have critical uh, thinking skills, maybe our touch senses and ability to do certain things differently helps us bring about creative solutions which computers may often do not possess. So that's where we have a innate ability to do things, right? Computers might do certain things based on previous data or previous kind of solutions or its own calculations, but we have a specific sense and feeling on how to do a certain things, right? So that's the most important thing as human beings. Okay, let's understand this solution here. Problem here: make an array elements equal to 0. You are given an integer array num. Start by selecting a starting position current position cur such that nums cur num set current element is equals to 0 and choose a movement direction either left or right. After that, you repeat the following process. If current index is out of range, then the process ends. If num set current is equals to 0, then move to the direction that you are moving, either left or right. Else, if nums is greater than 0, decrement the specific value at the current pointer by 1 and reverse your direction. Take a step in your new direction. A selection of the initial position current and movement direction is considered valid if every element in nums becomes 0 by the end of the process. Return the number of possible valid selections, right? So yeah, let's understand this problem better by this example that we have here. Let's say we choose uh, 10203. We choose this specific element and we move to the left side. This should make this element 0 and we should move to this side. 0 uh, and we should do -1 since this is greater than 1. And next we should move back to this side where this would lead us to the boundary condition where nums of uh, is out of range, that is either 0 or the end of the array. And with this we still have two elements that are not completely 0, this one and this one. So let's say we choose this specific element, that is we choose 10203 and we choose current pointer as this one. Let's say we start moving this way, we move this -1, so this would be 0 3, and now we take the direction opposite direction and we make this element -1. So this will take about 2, and now we need to again move back to the opposite direction, which would make this 1 and return back in the opposite direction. So this would become 0 0 1, and now we are in this direction heading towards this element, which would also be -1, and this would become finally -1. So all of the elements get to turn out to be 0. So this is almost similar to bouncing of a ball, where if you observe that we start at this specific index and we bounce towards this element, which would cause this element to -1. Once we have done this -1 operation, we return back here, we do a -1 here, and again we come back here to a -1 again, and we go back here -1 -1. So 3 times minus 1, this would be negated, and all of these elements this side also will be negated. So if you see, we are eventually negating all the elements. So that means we can say, if the left side sum and the right side sum are equal, then valid possible uh, selections will be 2. Let's say if this was only 1 and left sum, the array was something like this, then we would have an valid output of 1 only. So yeah, with this we can uh, uh, come to our approach on how we can solve this problem. So our thought process should be, we our approach will be choose current pointer such that element is equals to 0, and left sum of and right sum to the current pointer is equal, then answer is equals to 2, else left sum minus right sum is equals to plus or minus 1, answer is equals to 1, else answer is equals to 0, because there is no possible combinations that we can follow. So understanding, or with this thought process or imagination, uh, by understanding this specific way of solving this problem, we can come to a solution quickly. So let's go to the lead code editor and let's try solving this problem. So let's say if the specific element is not equal to 0, we simply continue without considering the current pointer. And if we are at the specific zeroth element, then we calculate the prefix sum, prefix of the left sum and the right sum at the specific current pointer that we have chosen. Okay, so this should be the solution. Firstly, we are calculating the prefix sum, and this would give us sum at a specific index. And we iterate through the array and we choose a specific element where it's 0, and we calculate left and right sums, and we know that if left sum is equals to right sum, then there are two possible ways we can make the array elements to go 0. And similarly, if the difference between left and right sum is equals to plus or minus 1, then we only have one way to make the sum, make the element 0. So yeah, with this, let us try submitting the solution. Time complexity of the solution would be O of n, and space complexity also would be O of n, because we are calculating the prefix sum. Hope you found this video helpful. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.